Hey everyone, welcome to my review of the 7th studio album by indie rocker Mitski. This album is titled The Land is Inhospitable, and So Are We. Mitski has always been a complicated artist for me. I've always really liked her voice, thought she was very strong and feminine, but with some other very beautiful qualities as well. But her full albums have never just connected with me. Just songs that I've loved, like Nobody, Francis Forever, and Geyser, really stuck out to me as I found a lot of the deep cuts on the whole albums very flat. Laurel Howell, her last album, was the first full album experience. I heard it and it did nothing for me. So following up that record, I was curious to see what she would do. If the next album would be more pop-oriented, or if she would go into more of an artsy, adventurous direction. Preceding this album, Mitski received an Oscar nomination for co-writing a song with David Byrne for the excellent film Everything Everywhere All at Once, so that was pretty cool. Which is definitely, a good big achievement for her, but it's in such stark contrast to this record. This album is so beautiful and vulnerable, and so just stripped away of glitz and glamour in the spotlight. And I'm saying it now that this is my favorite Mitski album by a mile. This album is incredibly well done, as she really leans into more of a rootsy singer-songwriter direction. There's a lot more organic instrumentation here as well, some guitars, some live drums, some string arrangements, some horn orchestrations. Leave this album feeling warm and inviting, but also very sad and subdued when you look into the subject matter of some of these songs. I think this album is perfect when listened to in a meditative state. Not to say this album is boring by any means, it's only 32 minutes long, but has a very relaxed and serene vibe. I think that just the way it's orchestrated, these songs just pop off in that way. You feel this album, whether it's through the instrumentation, the lyrics, or just the whole vibe altogether. I think Heaven might be the most gorgeous song Mitski has ever made, with her swelling voice and the beautiful backing orchestrations. This is just such a lush experience. The whole album has that going for it. Buffalo Replaced is another one of these more progressive-leaning cuts with a moving instrumental, as Mitski's lyrics about life-changing events and how they affect you mentally really pack a punch. I also have to shout out the acoustic opener, Bug Like an Angel. This is a song that starts out very simple, just Mitski and an acoustic guitar, but then these striking choral harmonies just come into the song and on the chorus, and they just bump it from a 10 to 11, in my opinion. My favorite song on this record, though, has to be I Don't Like My Mind. This is a track that feels so personal, it's as if Mitski is forcing herself to come to terms with her own insecurities and feelings. As when they stay in her mind, they weigh on her more and more. The instrumentation is absolutely gorgeous on this song as well. It really leaves you misty-eyed at the end. It's just such a powerful song. Other tracks like The Deal and My Love Is Mine, All Mine do a great job of selling the tone of this record. I love the mood of The Deal. It's a darker song with a more ambient direction, and I really think it fits well here. My Love Is Mine, All Mine is a very melancholic cut, but one that has a very sincere message of wanting your love to be with your loved ones after death. I just love how she paints this message in this light. And the loungish and slightly jazzy instrumentation helps sell the mood. Star is a very moody cut as well, with its synths and strings that belt out as Mitski lays down lines about spirituality and self-empowerment. And the cutesy The Frost is a nice little ballad about a failed relationship and how life still goes on after it's done. I Love Me After You is just a jolt of a closer with rolling percussion, waltzing strings, and another one that has a very melancholic vibe to it. There are a few hang-ups though, in my opinion, and one of the biggest ones in my opinion is When Memories Snow. It's a nice little interlude minimalist track, but kind of just feels like a waste of a song. Something that's always building up but never becomes anything interesting. And I'm Your Man has some cool production, but it's one of the most forgettable songs that she does here. Not a lot of real memorable vocal performances on this one. But those are the only two that I would really say that I'm not really loving right now, though. This record is just a fantastic experience, an example of an artist in her prime phasing into a new part of her life and her career. I highly recommend this record for people who like a shorter album that still is thought-provoking and packs emotional weight. A mighty album at just 32 minutes long. I'm giving The Land is Inhospitable and So Are We by Mitski a 4.5 out of 5. Let me know what you guys think of this record in the comments section below, and I'll be back very soon. Thank you. Bye.